The Gustav Roussy surgical team is particularly committed to quality and to patient safety and comfort. Each day, all professionals actively contribute to apply these principles to a totally patient-centric path. The authorization to operate must have previously been signed by the parents or legal guardian. The child must have taken an antiseptic shower on the eve and morning of the procedure. The child must be nil per os on the morning of the procedure. The parents should bring a pair of slippers for their child, along with the various glasses or hearing aids. Where applicable, contact lenses must be removed before going to the operating theater. Teddy and comforter should, however, be brought, as the child can take them with him to the procedure room and in the recovery room. Before leaving for theater, the pediatrics duty nurse provides the child with specific clothing, then fits him/her with an identification bracelet. Of course, Teddy also gets one. This bracelet is one of the identity vigilance measures aimed at continually improving patient safety. On the trip to the operating theater, the child's identity is checked several times by the team. The Gustav Roussy surgical team is constantly seeking to improve experience of the care pathway. For this, their main goals are patient comfort, respect for human dignity, and freedom of choice. To avoid cutting the children off from their environment, glasses and hearing aids can be worn throughout the path. Improving patient experience applies in particular to the trip to the operating theater and as far as the procedure room. Thus, should the child so desire, he/she can walk to theater accompanied by a stretcher bearer. By preserving the child's autonomy, this approach promotes a more natural and less anxiety-producing perception of the care pathway. The child's path to the Gustav Roussy operating theater starts in the pediatrics unit hospital room on the 9th floor. In order to keep the child's separation from his/her parents to a strict minimum, mom and dad can accompany their child. Once in the operating theater, one of the parents can continue with the child to the procedure room. The child thus falls asleep in his/her mother's or father's arms, then waking up with them nearby in the recovery room. Upon arrival in the operating theater, the child and his/her parents are greeted by the hostess and taken to the patient's lounge, where they are greeted by a stretcher bearer or surgical aide. The child and the parent accompanying him/her into the procedure room adjust their clothing and continue the trip on foot. Children making the trip in bed are accompanied by a stretcher bearer, with the parent continuing the path to the transfer room, where they are placed on an operating table, then taken to the procedure room. In the procedure room, the child is sitting on the operating table, still holding his/her teddy, facing his/her mommy or daddy, who can assist in preparation by placing the adhesive tabs used to measure the child's heartbeat and by fitting the red light on his/her fingertip to monitor breathing. Then comes the time to go to sleep. First Teddy, then the child, using a transparent mask. During this phase, the entire team stands around the child and helps distract him/her. Once the child is asleep, the parent is accompanied out by a team member. At the end of the procedure, the child and his/her teddy are progressively woken, then brought to the recovery room. The team notifies the parents so that one of them can be at the child's side as soon as possible. Following a period of rest and monitoring, the anesthetist comes to approve and sign the recovery room release form. At this time, he/she gives instructions concerning the time at which eating and drinking can be resumed. Child and parent are then accompanied to the hospital room, where they are met by the duty nurse. Despite nearly identical clothing, the surgical team consists of different professionals with clearly defined roles, all dedicated to patient care.